Okay, so I'm a little bit tired. I need a little pick me up. So I thought, well, Crass has been requested a lot again. I mean, my God. So we went with Big Man, Big M.A.N. I guess is how that we pronounced. So anyway, yeah, I'm a little, like I said, a little tired. And I said, well, what's going to wake me up? I mean, my God. So let's get into this, talk about it after. I mean, I got a Barbie poster behind me. I don't think you can get much more punk here. So anyway, let's get into this, talk about it after. Like I said, I think this intro is longer than the song. So let's go. Signature sound.
They tell you to do it, grab up and turn the line. They tell you if you do it, everything will turn out fine. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, what a wonderful life. God, queen, country, can I tell you can't wife. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, what a wonderful life. God, queen, country, can I tell you can't wife. It's great if you do it, it don't take a lot. Just means you must destroy and sensitivity you've got. Well, that's easy, darling, nothing's gonna get. Treat you up like shit, on a car until he's dead. Slip over the evenings, the little slide. Little out the blokes, fucking first and black and white. Lots of my functions for that lad who wants to know. You're trying his fun, or right to the go. When I'm on a wheel, you're at some cunt. Turn on the penthouse with a motorway up front. The police also have charges to a bright attention lad. 20 feet of anyone, there's to be had. Others quite a range, so just on a spite. Take off frustrations and just farm all night. Some hands life in the army, the plan of fun. Stab me and bite it, fuck 'em with a gun. Looks like your uniform, all right to the skirt. When you fancy doing a proper ten and then I start. Man, it's spelled B-M-A-N. It's the letters of the law. Man, it's spelled B-M-A-N. That's who the law is for. See, there's lots of chance in this land about with glory. Try and make your own rules, that's a different story. If you're a man, you better act like one. Develop your muscles. Use your prick like a gun. Fuck anything that moves. Never for the price. Still, first slaughter. That's the advice. Are you had enough? After most of the rules. Have you got the takes? Guts and balls. Came in for manhood. Been going on too long. And it's your slaughter. The blue damn drop. Big bang. Big M.A.N. Big Man. 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 J-O-K-E Big Man. What fucking joke.
Okay, so Crass, Big Man, Big M.A.N. My God, you never have to wonder what Crass really feels. I mean, I feel like they always tell you, Steve Ignorant always lets you know how he really feels. I mean, my God. I just have to say, I love how at the end there, he was kind of changing his voice. I mean, almost mocking, obviously. And I guess just to say at the top, because obviously we're talking about, well, the title, Big Man, Big M.A.N. And I like how he almost says, it almost sounds like he's saying Big M.I.N., but again, just this thick accent. It's just wild. But anyway, are we talking about, I guess, just the whole thing about being a man, just that whole, and just the weirdness or just that whole myth or whatever of being a man, be a man, the whole saying thing, and how I guess Steve Ignorant's kind of, as they say, taking the piss out on that, and just how that's just like, what does that mean kind of a thing, really getting a little philosophical, which isn't the first time, I guess, for Crass. But yeah, anyway, just to say, like I said, I like his voice at the end there. I like his voice throughout the whole goddamn song. I mean, my God. And I always, I laugh at his voice sometimes. I laugh at his pronunciations and all this stuff. And sometimes I remember, I got a few comments before saying, why are you laughing? And I think I talked about this all before, in a Crass reaction. But anyway, it's just, I don't know, his accent is just so thick. thick, and like I said, it's just unlike anything I've heard before. As somebody who liked punk in high school, and I only on the surface level. I didn't go too deep until I got until people requested when I got this did this channel thing. I like the Pistols, as the poster behind me there. I like the Clash. I like the Ramones. The big guys. I didn't hear about Crass until later on, and like I said, until I was watching on this channel. And so it just, I don't know. So they're just so much different than what I was used to, I guess. They just sound so much. I mean, it's a lot, because it's hard to say. I mean, they're more raw than a Sex Pistols song or whatever. But obviously, their sound is just so. I mean, it's so like simple. It's so raw and it's honest, and it just sounds so kind of. I don't want to say cheap, but it just sounds so, I guess just simple, as like I say. You got Penny on the drums, so it was just punching the drum. I mean, my God, punching the friggin' drum kit with the sticks, obviously. And I always love how bold he is. I talk about Steve Ignorant. I've talked about Penny as well. But, of course, Phil Freeze on lead guitar, Eddie Palmer on rhythm guitar, and Pete Wright on bass guitar as well. Just gotta give everyone their due. And again, I just love their rudimentary sound, just how wild they sound. It's just that, like I said off the top when the song started, just that signature Crass sound off the bat. And then Steve comes in with that signature voice too. And it's just, I love it. So we transition to these lyrics finally. They're telling you to do it, grow up and toe the line. They tell you if you do it, everything will turn out fine. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. What a wonderful life. And when Steve gets going, I mean, my God, he just doesn't stop. God, Queen, Country, Color, Kelly, Car, and Wife. I mean, again, like I said earlier, it's just like, I guess he's talking about, and he says later on, I think near the end of the song, he basically says what he's talking about the myth of manhood, and talking about how it just doesn't make sense, and it's just like, what does it even mean? And it's just, that whole thing. I mean, even today, obviously there's, still the conversation of, being a man, and then there's, people who say, what the hell does that even mean? What are you talking about? Anyway, going on, and basically, God, Queen, Country, that's all that matters. You get your colored television, you get your car, and your wife. And again, treat your wife like shit. I mean, that's what a man has to do, it seems like. Where Steve would go on to say later, and again, one hand on the wheel. I'm skipping through some things here, but one hand on the wheel, the other up some C-U-N-T. I don't, anyway, see you next Tuesday, and because that's all a woman's good for. Again, I'm just saying that's what Steve is coming across to say here, and I don't believe it anyway, and neither does he. Obviously, we're jerking off the penthouse with a motorway up front. The police force offers chances for a bright, intelligent lads. We're talking about you can join the police. He'll go on later say you can join the army. Of course, you can stab people, and you can use a gun and all that stuff. That's get out your aggression, get out your frustrations, all this stuff, because that's what a man deals with all the time. It's a man's life in the army, good pay and lots of fun. You can stab them with your bayonet, fuck them with your gun, like I was talking about there. Look smart in your uniform. It always pulls the skirt. Again, talking about you're in a uniform, ladies are just gonna die for you. And then then when you fuck them good and proper, tell them they're just dirt. Again, because that's all they're worth is just to have sex with, and then you move on. You see, there's lots of chances in this land of hope and glory. Try and make your own rules. That's a different story. So I feel like these two lines right here, because it's been very sarcastic throughout the whole song, and I feel like obviously Steve doesn't believe anything he's saying. He's taking the piss out of all this, but these two lines here are almost kind of kind of real and kind of crucial to what Crass is all about. Making your own rules, and But anyway, if you're a man, you better act like one. Whatever that means. Again, develop your muscles, use your prick like a gun. So I guess that's what it means right there. Fuck anything that moves, but never pay the price. and again, it's just like, fuck any woman, I guess. And just, you're on to the next one. Obviously, you're not staying around if she gets pregnant and has a kid. I mean, you're not being a father. That's not what a man does, kind of a thing. Steal, fuck, slaughter. That's their advice. Are you man enough? Ask the posters on the walls. Have you got what it takes? Guts and balls. That's all it takes to be a man. And then these last two lines, obviously, is where Steve reveals everything that, what the song is basically about. Keep your myth of manhood. It's been going on too long. A history of slaughter is the proof that it is wrong. And then big man, big M.A.N, repeated. And then obviously like the last two lines, big man, J-O-K-E, big man, what a fucking joke. Yeah. So I love the last line, kind of sums up everything as well. And that, Steve saying, everything he just said earlier, that above, is, just a fucking joke. It's just like, what the hell does any of that mean? And, it's just all big fat jokes. I just love that you always can feel the passion that comes from Steve. How you can tell that this is how he really feels. You can feel the vigor. You can feel his honesty, his rawness. I mean, and that goes along with the whole band as well, on the guitars, the bass guitar as well, and the drums, and just how, for me, it's beautiful. I mean, my God, for some others, it might sound, crazy. Like I was saying earlier, people who aren't into punk or whatever, when this was coming out, were probably, stunned. But anyway, I like this a lot. And I love the message. I love the meaning. And I think back of a Morrissey song I reacted to a while back, where he was talking about, I forget the title now, but about being a man too, and just what does that mean? And I always just love, I don't know, I just like that, I guess that topic, talking about that topic, because again, you have people who say, we've lost real men, and it's just like, things have evolution. I mean, my God, and men have freaking evolved, and the definition of a man has changed. And I don't know. It's just, you get really into it. You can get deep into it. But anyway, I just love how Crass here is just talking about what a joke manhood is, and they obviously they don't hold back. So anyway, I guess that's all I'm going to say. God damn. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. I apologize for some of the cuts in this. I had to pause at some points. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching again. I'll talk to you guys again soon.